Hi everyone, welcome to Flosstube number 16. It is Saturday, May 25th, and I'm excited to give you my 2-week update. So, last week I did wheel spins because I'm using Wheel now to decide what projects I'm going to work on. And I work on those projects during the week, and then I have a weekend project that I keep consistent throughout the whole month. So this month I've been doing the Manning May Sal, and so I've been working on a Carolyn Manning. Why don't we just start there? We'll just start there. So I am doing the Hummingbird Garden by Carolyn Manning. I think this is so super cute. This is what it's gonna look like. I should scoot to one side. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is where I'm at now. So honestly, not as much progress as I would have hoped. That's kind of a theme for this past 2 weeks. And honestly, here's the thing. For my habit last week, I pulled 30-minute social media limit a day. And I included TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And let me tell you, when you only have 30 minutes, you really have to prioritize what you're looking at. So Facebook fell off for me because I only really look at Facebook stuff for like the cross stitch groups I'm in. And then Instagram, I looked at like my favorite people, and then I love TikTok. So give me a good scroll on TikTok. So because I only had 30 minutes on social media, I filled my time with other stuff. I personally thought I would fill it with a bit more stitching than I did, but I honestly filled it with mostly reading. And I'm a chronic rereader. So I reread like 12 books in the past 2 weeks. Let me tell you, I've been staying up way too late reading because I was basically rereading the Nalini Singh Changeling Sai series, and I love every single book. And so I know what happens. I know like they're all happy endings because they're romances. So like I don't dread any like thing, you know? So it's just a great time. So I've been rereading all of her series because her new book comes out in July, and let's be honest, I reread them multiple times a year. So that's what I've been doing, but I was so obsessed with reading that series that I feel like my stitching actually fell off, even though I had way more time. I filled it with reading. But nonetheless, I did work, and I will say for the weekend projects, it's golf season, baby. So it really cuts into the amount of time I have on the weekends to work on it. That being said, oh, sorry, there's stuff in the way still. This is very pretty. It is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, just in terms of like time commitment, because it's so intricate, but I really like how it's turning out. And I'm almost finished with this guy, so I'll be able to work on the last one over here, and then I'll start on the second row. So I'm still happy with that. I still have this weekend I get to work on it, so I'll try to at least finish that flower and then start the next flower. Now for the wheel spins, I was only gonna spin twice, if we all recall, but then it got out of control and I ended up spinning 4 things. One of them I did not work on. So I had the best intentions of working on the Summer Quaker. I even put it in a Q-snap, but I just did not get to it. So I'm down to 3 projects that I worked on this past 2 weeks. Now, the pairing worked out beautifully. So I started my sister's project, which is charted by Whoopicat. It's a William Morris. I think it's called Blue Pimpernel. And I got the fabric in the mail, and I'm doing this on an 18 count navy blue Aida. And this is a chunky little guy in terms of like, it's gonna be pretty big. Oh my gosh. I got a navy blue Zweigart. Oh, sorry. This is what the picture is gonna look like. And I chose to do it on navy blue so I didn't have to stitch the navy blue, and I think it's gonna actually look really cool and like have dimensions to it. But let me tell you, this was a bit of a debacle. First of all, this is what I got. Now, if you see in this corner how it's all like light, that's actually two colors that were supposed to look contrasty. I wonder if I have them in here. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. These were the two colors. I don't know if on camera they look different, but in person, when you stitch them, they're freaking identical. And so I was switching and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, is it even supposed to like be contrasty? Am I making it up? But then I'm looking at the picture, zooming in, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to look contrasty. So I hyperventilated a little bit and panicked, and then I was like, you know what? I'm a brave soul and I can change things, which doesn't come naturally to me. I usually like to follow the rules, but I was like, I am gonna choose a different color that's more contrasty. Interestingly enough, I found this color. So I am using whichever one of these is darker, technically. Can't even tell. I think it's this one. I'm using these two together now. And as you can see on my project, like you can actually see a bit of contrast in the greens now. I don't really like how my stitches look because this fabric is god-awful. It's god-awful. I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's an it problem or if it's a numbers of floss. So I'm using 2 strands over 1, 18 count. I feel like that's pretty normal, but this is so tight that it's shredding my threads. And the problem is though, I don't want to do 1 strand. So I'm sticking with the 2 over 18. I think what I'm gonna do is I have to do it like parking method where you like complete it, you know, so nothing's ever blocked out, because if you try to like come up in the middle, it's just chaos. So for example, like the dark stitches, I had done all the light around it and then I tried to go in and fill in the darker stitches, and coming up where there was already floss usually isn't like too bad of a problem, but in this it just looks really messy. But I'm trying. It looks cool from far away, and that's what I just keep telling myself. Like, no one's gonna be like, what did you do, you know? At least that's what I'm telling myself. But I think I'm happy with the colors now, and I think it's gonna turn out really cool. But it was a bit of a panic at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, you can probably see like what I mean by like my stitches looking a bit messy. Oh, cute new little needle minders I got off Amazon. I was like in desperate need of needle minders, so that was a quick haul. Yeah, but I really like the colors on this blue. So this blue, oh yes, that's what I was saying before. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I knew about this darker color because I also started the 12 Days of Christmas ornament. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of myself. Again, I'm gonna have to use this fabric, but so I'm talking about this, sorry. I'm getting way ahead of myself. 12 Days of Christmas Ornaments by Beez, Folkart. I started on numero uno, and this is what it's looking like. I think it looks great. I'm really happy with the blue. I was worried, but I'm happy with it. And I mean, this is an 18 count, so it calls for 14 count. So these are gonna be little guys, little ornaments or little like stockings. But I think it looks really cute. Again, not the neatest stitching because of the frickin' fabric and probably because user error. But you know what? I'm just letting it go. I'm letting it go, and I'm using what I ordered. Honestly, this, for some reason, doesn't look as bad as the other project. I think it's just because these are darker colors, so they're a little bit more forgiving. But how cute is that? I'm really happy with it. So I'm very pleased with myself for working on both of those projects. So that was week 1 of my projects. This past week, I worked on the magic book. Dun dun! I love this project. This is by tinycrossstitches on Etsy. I'm doing it on a 28 count opalescent Lugana 1/1. Fill-in black is 2/1 10 stitch. Last time, this is what the project looks like. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And then this is what it looks like now. So this is the left side. I'll try to put like a side by side of the portion of it last time. So I got this so close. I was at 21.67% complete of this project. I got to 24.24%. I was so close to 25% done. And I did a little under 2,000 stitches. And honestly, it was a combination of 10 stitch as well as full cross, because all the outline I'm doing full cross because I like the look of full cross on the outside. I don't know, I'm making it like a bit more specific than maybe I need to. But yeah, I'm really happy with the amount of progress I got. And it is so fun. So I have 6,857 stitches of black left to do. And then, so I'm color completing this project. So I'm gonna like do the most amount of stitch color, the color with the most amount of stitches completely done. And then move on to the next color with that, like the most amount of stitches. So black is by far the most in this whole project, and I think it's going to be really cool to have like all of the black done and then just like add splashes of color as you go. So when I started this past time, it was like at 8,000 something stitches of black left. I'm down to 6,000 whatever, like I just said. But the next biggest color number stitches of color of the most, you know what I'm talking about, is like 3,000. So once I start like getting down to those colors, like I'll be able to start whipping through the colors. There's a lot of colors in this project. I think there's like 100, I don't remember. But doesn't that look so cool? I'm really happy with it. There would have been more stitches, but I had to rip all of this out, which was just a joy. Took me over an hour to just rip it out. I don't know why either. I think it's because it's the opalescent. It's like this clear plastic that things get stuck on, and like it's hard to rip it out. So anyway, I basically was one off because I did something wrong like up here and I was coming this way. So I was one off, so I had to rip all of these out. It looks so cool. Awesome! So those were all the projects that I worked on. Super duper fun. I'm sad to put the magic book away, but maybe it will be called again. Oh, did I finish my thought yet of how I found that darker color for the William Morris project? Because it was a color in the ornament. And I was doing the ornament and I was like, oh, this green would be a good option as a darker option for the William Morris piece. Oh my gosh, that took me 3 times to get to the end of that story, and the story was about a minute long. That's frightening. Anywho, those are all my projects. I have a bit of haul. So one of my subscribers donated to the channel and got me a little stitchy present. So with her donation, I kitted out my other sister's project, the Las Vegas piece, and I got, I had a coupon for Michael's. So I got a bunch of the floss that I needed. Look at these fun colors. And like, oh my gosh, I live. But I got this fabric from Michael's. And you know, you always see these. I've never used them, but they look so fun. And honestly, like, this is such like a fun, colorful project. I was like, this needs to be on a fun, colorful fabric. Wow, words are hard. So they have like an orangey color, they have a pinky sparkly color, and then they had this like greeny blue. And I went with the greeny blue because I initially thought like orange, because Vegas desert vibes. But I thought, like, I held up the floss to it and I thought the orange was too close to the floss colors in the project. And then pink sparkly is more of my vibe than my sister's vibe. And so I went blue because, like, when you're in Vegas, you go to the pool and like happy, colorful blue skies because it's like sunny. That was my line of thought. So yeah, I got this fabric. And then I finally got in the mail my fabric for my gorgeous project. Oh, sorry, one moment. Which I ordered prior to ordering my holy cow, what was that thing called? In March, the stitchy thing, market. There we go. But it was on back order because of a floss, and they called me and were lovely. I ordered from Rogue Stitching, and because they were the only ones who had this fabric in stock. So this is gonna be a first impression of my package because I just got it in the mail. So this is the gorgeous fabric. Oh my! So this is Bayou Ada, 18 count. And this is, so here's the project it's gonna be for. This is the project I'm doing it for. Now, okay, let me just pull this out real quick because this is darker than I was expecting. Well. Whoa. It has the same vibe. Like, I'm happy with it. It's just darker than I thought it was going to be. Interesting. Okay. Give that a go. I'm a little bit nervous it's gonna be fine, but I'm a little bit nervous the black isn't gonna show up very well on here. Maybe I'll just pick a lighter spot on it. Yeah, that's pretty light, like right here. Yeah, it will be totally fine. I also think it's like the sun's coming in, so when I look at it like this, it looks really dark, but when you put it like this, it definitely has lighter spots in it. But that's kind of cool. I like trying new fabrics, but I will say she's done for a while. In terms of like, I have projects and I need to start completing said projects because most of them are presents. So I want to be able to eventually give people their presents. I also got a number of different classic color works from Rogue Stitching as well for a couple different projects. This is the stuff. I think that was kind of holding it up a little bit. One of these was on back order. Oh my gosh. Wow. I love this color, and recently I've decided purple is one of my, I don't know if I can say it's my favorite color because like I love a good pink, but it's up there these days. I really like a nice purple. Specifically, like this is a bit too deep of a purple, but I love like a lighter purple. Oh my gosh. So this is awesome. I am no longer waiting on anything in the mail, so I can focus on what I have now. Excellent. Okay. So that was all my haul. I did want to just say, I told you about my habit. So I'm just gonna pull a habit real quickly because they're all just laying on here on this bed because we had to pickle some onions, and so my jar was used for pickling, so there's just scraps of paper flying everywhere. So let's pick it before I lose all the scraps. So my new habit, I'm so glad to be done with the social media one. I will say I really liked having a limit, but 30 minutes on all of those is just nearly impossible. I haven't posted on my like Instagram for like Julie Stitching Journey Instagram in 2 weeks because there was literally no time. And by no time, I mean I prioritize seeing other stuff versus posting. But I do think I'll move forward with a different sort of limit. So like maybe 30 minutes on TikTok and then 30 minutes on Instagram, like an hour a day. Moving forward, I will implement it in some fashion. I'm just not sure exactly like what timing would work best for me, but I am very proud of myself. I've stuck with it 2 weeks straight. Last night, I almost was like, ignore time limit, but I was like, you're almost done. You're almost done. Okay, anyway, what's my new one? Ooh, drink water, 75 ounces. That's hard for me. Not really, but I like really need to actually pay attention. So this isn't so bad. I will take this habit, 75 ounces. Challenge accepted. Perfect. Okay, now we are going to spin the wheel for 2 projects to work on for the next 2 weeks. Let's see what I'm gonna work on. That wasn't right. Oh, it unhid. Okay. Spin the wheel. Hey. She's so gorgeous. He's so gorgeous, sorry. New start. Who dis? Okay. This is what I'm working on. Gorgeous by the Artsy Housewife. Okay. Haunted house. Fun. Okay, cool. So that's both sorry. Both projects are for my bridesmaids. So that's perfect. Start working on some stuff. Haunted house is in the next room over, but I'll insert a picture of what it's gonna look like and then where I was at the last time you've seen it. I think I'm in the middle of a room, so I'm gonna at least try to finish a room and start another one. I think that would be a great goal. I love working on the haunted house. It is so fun, easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. No, it is very, I think it's a 14 count or a 16 count. I don't know, but it is just a pleasure to stitch. And it's really fun because like each room is a small finish. Anyway, you've heard me talk about how much I love the haunted house. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're wrapping it up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.